Alright guys, today we are starting chapter 3, lesson 1. We'll be talking about fractions and decimals in this section. Okay, so the first thing we want to think about is how we would write a fraction as a decimal. And the first decimals we'll be working with are called terminating decimals. A terminating decimal is a decimal that ends. So it's a decimal that ends. We have a couple different methods. The first method you could use would be good old-fashioned pencil and paper. So how would we do 7 divided by 8? Okay, well 8 is not going to 7, so we need to use our decimal. Make sure you bring your decimal up there and add a 0. How many times does 8 go into 70? It goes in 8 times. That gives us 64. We subtract, we get 6. We need another decimal. 8 goes into 60. 7 times, subtract 56, leaves us with 4. Again, we need another 0. And then 8 goes into 40, 5 times, subtract 40, and we get 0. So our answer here is 0.875. So our first method for changing a fraction into a decimal will be the good old-fashioned pencil and paper, what you guys have been doing for years. Second way would be on your calculator. Start using your calculators more this chapter. Just type into your calculator what is 7 divided by 8, and we'll see that you get 0.875. So same exact answer. So we check out down here a couple more examples. If we write each fraction as a decimal, I'm assuming that you guys will be using our calculators for the most part. So if we just type in 4 divided by 5, we get 0.8. And 3 divided by 16 for 3/16 to get 0.1875. Alright, so that's working with terminating decimals. Again, that terminating decimal is a decimal that ends. So next up, we want to look at repeating decimals. A repeating decimal, up here, another vocab word, is a decimal that never ends. Keeps repeating the same digit or digits infinitely. We use bar notation when we're talking about repeating decimals because you can't keep writing on and on and on and on and on. So if we look at an example to show our bar notation, our first example here we have 5/12. If you would go to your calculator and do 5 divided by 12, you would see that we get 0.41666666, and that 6 just keeps repeating. So instead of trying to keep writing that 6, we would replace it with 0.416 with a bar over the 6. Again, this is our bar notation right here. That tells us that that 6 continues forever. Okay, next example, type in our calculator, -2 divided by 11. We'll come up with negative 0.18, and you would see that that 18 continues.
May I have your attention, please? Jared Neville, please report to the main office. Jared Neville to the main office.
All right, so we put that bar over the 1 and the 8 this time. Make sure our bars are going over the correct digits. In this case, it was just the 6 repeating. In our second case, the 1 and the 8 repeated. All right, so let's look at an example word problem here. According to the USDA, teenage boys should consume an average of 2,700 calories per day. About 360 calories should come from milk. To the nearest hundredth, what part of a teenage boy's total calories should come from milk? Okay. So we do 360 divided by 2,700, so 1 too many zeros there. We do part over whole anytime we're working with something like this, so part divided by whole. And if we divide that to the nearest hundredth, that's 2 decimal places, we get 0.13. So 13 hundredths should come from milk. All right, now that we know how to replace, okay, so we want to compare. So if we have 1/4 and 0.2, we can't compare these as they are because they are in different forms. easiest thing to do would be to change our fraction to a decimal. So we have 0.25 compared to 0.20. Now which one is greater? Well, I'd rather have 25 cents than 20 cents. So our inequality is a greater than symbol. Same thing over here. Negative 5/8 can be changed to negative 0.625. Negative 6/9 will be negative 0.666 repeating. Now, be careful with our negatives. Remember which one's greater according to our number line. And again, we have a greater than symbol. All right, so if we have 30 out of 36 7th grade graders and 34 out of 40 8th graders participate in a marathon for charity, which class had a greater fraction participating in the marathon? Okay, well we have 30 over 36 compared to 34 out of 40. We change those to decimals, 0.83 with the 3 repeating compared to 0.85. Well, 0.83 is less than 0.85. Now we need to make sure we actually answer the question. This was our 8th graders over here. That was the greater one. So we had 8th grade add more participants. All right, almost done. A survey shows that about 9 out of 25 of the families in a small town do not have the residential phone service. Write 9/25 as a decimal. So this is just review from the very beginning. So 9/25 as a decimal, we do 9 divided by 25. Either do it the paper pencil way or on your calculator. We get 0.36. And last up, write negative 7/9 as a decimal. Again, that would be negative 7 divided by 9. We get negative 0.7. And you would see on your calculator that that 7 repeats. So we put that bar notation over our 7. All right, so that is lesson 1. Later in this chapter, we will work with given a decimal, can you write it as a fraction? That will be tomorrow's lesson though.